You are looking live at the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply store in Ottawa. You're looking at two beautiful pork steaks from the Publix steak counter here in Ottawa. And we'll be cooking those live here this morning on the Owl's Nest Barbecue Show with Steve Ray. And why won't that thing flip over there? There you go, Pete. There it is right there with Steve Ray. Pete and Brandon with me on Saturday morning here at the shop. Good to see you. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, Steve.
What's up? Everything good?
Just a little cool this morning, no
Yeah,
doubt,
a little
but
cold.
other than that, it's a good day.
They were predicting. I had a buddy came in. Rudy Chastain came in yesterday. He'd been up in Pigeon Forge. He said he got out of there. They said everybody was getting out of there because it was going to snow up in the mountains, Smoky Mountains. And I was kind of looking at the weather around the region, predicting 10 inches of snow on Mount LeConte.
Wow.
Now, for all my friends around here, you know what Mount LeConte is. Now, if you live out west, Christy Vanover, I know you watch the show sometimes, live out there in the Vegas area, the Rocky Mountain area. I know you call those the Smoky Mountains hills. But around here, there are mountains, and we're really, really proud of them. And 11 million people a year come to visit from Biloxi, Mississippi to Detroit, Michigan, descend on the Smoky Mountains, and they think they're going to go to the top of Mount LeConte. When they get there, they realize they can't drive up there, so you got to hike to the top. So they turn around, go back to Gatlinburg, eat the Pancake House, and then they go down to the Rebel Corner and buy a patch that says, I hiked Mount LeConte, and then they go home. They feel great. But we're proud of our mountains, and that's all we got. So we gotta love them. But the reason we're here, we're not talking about mountains. We're talking about barbecue on a cold, unseasonably cold Saturday morning here at the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply in Ottawa. Pete had a great week. Went up to the high school Thursday and Friday, and I took you with me Friday, and we did a whole hog for them. Did a little barbecue class for them. On Thursday morning, we took a hog. They bought a 122-pound hog. I took my Carolina pig cooker up there. We had the kids prep the hog, trim the fat, got it ready. Injected it, put the flavors on it, and they put it on we put it on the smoker about 1 in the afternoon, and we cooked it up until about 10 o'clock with the charcoal, and got a lot of smoke on it. Then when they wrapped it, and then we went from charcoal to propane. And I'm going to tell you something. There was a senior up there, Madison Burlingham. She was the one that volunteered to stay overnight with that pig. She and Chef Steve Nofke, the culinary instructor, he stayed up there with her, and they stayed overnight. And they did that hog, and she was the one that kept an eye on it. Steve said he went to sleep. He goes, I'll let her have it. And she and Madison kept an eye on that thing. And I'm going to tell you right now, Madison, you were there from the start, and then she was there Friday when we went there. She was there, fixing it up, putting the glaze on it, putting the kale on it, and that hog turned out beautiful.
You couldn't have seen a more prouder young lady than she was. I was amazed at her. She just had so much pride in what she was doing there, and she was enjoying every minute of it.
The other kids that helped were Trinity, Chris, and Brandon. They did the most work. There's a lot of kids that helped, but those four did the most work. But Madison was, I tell you, she is the master and commander of the whole hog cook, and now she is an official pit master. I knight you a pit master, Madison, because you did such a great job, and we really had a good time. We appreciate everybody that came out. They fed what they did. They fed on Saturday or Friday. They fed the staff and some of the students.
Yeah, I saw them. They were setting it up and getting it ready to go, but they were just having a blast when they started just tearing that into that pig and getting it ready to go.
And that pig was gone, he said. That thing was gone. But we had a great time at Ottawa High School. We appreciate Steve Nofke, the culinary instructor, for inviting us up there. And I got to meet his helper, Landis Richardson, who is a well-known chef in the area. He teaches up there as well. And Landis actually went to Ooltewah High School when Ed Foster was principal. So it was good to see some old friends up there, and hopefully we'll do. We did it last year on a Zoom. We did it this year in person. So hopefully next spring we'll get to do it again too. I just hope it's just a little bit warmer because it is freezing here in Chattanooga, Tennessee right now. Another thing I wanted to tell you today, we are Pete. We are teaming up with Dave Hooker from offthehooksports.com. Dave is a veteran sports reporter. He has worked at the Knoxville News Sentinel. I don't think he was there when I worked at the Knoxville Journal. I don't think. Dave's about 20 years younger than I am, so he wouldn't have been there yet. He would have been being born when I was working at the Journal. But Dave worked at the Sentinel. He worked at Sports Animal up in Knoxville on 99.1, and he worked here for a while at Talk Radio, WGOW here in Chattanooga. And Dave is starting his own sports, his own sports forum platform, whatever you have it. It's going to be called offthehooksports.com. Pete, more and more of these sports guys, news people for that matter, they are leaving mainstream because they're so stifled in what they can do and for the time thing.
Right.
You watch the news. They give you a 2-minute story and they go, if you want to watch more, go to our website, go to our app. Well, I don't want to go. I want you to tell me what's going on the news. So if I'm going to go to the app, I'm going to go find somebody that gives me the whole news on the app.
So they're all going off on their own, so they can do that.
So they can do it.
Yeah.
And Dave's website will be live probably at the end of May or beginning of June. And it's going to be offthehooksports.com. Until then, you can go to his Facebook page, Dave Hooker, and like it, and you'll be able to see all the things that Dave is doing. And the Owl's Nest Barbecue, we are going to be sponsoring the Tuesday show called Chalk Talk, where Dave interviews Chris Landry of ChrisLandrySports.com, or it might be Chris Landry Football. Chris is a know-it-all football guy, pro and in college, and of course the Tennessee Vols will be the main focus, but that's okay. So if you want, and we will be publicizing that show on the Owl's Nest Barbecue Facebook page, so you can catch it there too, Dave Hooker, with Chalk Talk with Chris Landry. That's going to be every Tuesday. You can catch it on Dave's website, or you can catch it on the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply Show, because nothing goes together like sports and barbecue.
Exactly.
It's a natural fit. Dave came in here to pitch the idea, and I said, why didn't I think of that? What big sports fans you and I are, and if we're not talking barbecue, we're talking sports.
Absolutely.
And it's just a natural thing to do. So until
I'm
then,
looking forward to that, Steve, because I think that'll evolve into something just great for everybody. Everybody's looking for something to listen to hear about sports, to talk about it.
Yeah, on the hooksports.com, and he's going to have, of course, Dave will have it on podcast. Go anywhere. He's going to load it up on Anchor, through Spotify. Of course, you can find it on Apple as well. And I'm really looking forward to teaming up with Dave and doing that with Chris Landry. Chris Landry, we'll have Dave come out. He'll be on the show with us one Saturday, and maybe we can even hook up Chris Landry when we get the capability to do more stuff here at the store, like we used to do at the house when we did the show. One more thing I want to mention before we get into the pork steak that we're going to be doing. And I want you to look at it. If you're just joining us, there it is right there. There's the pork steak. We're going to, Pete, I'm going to let Pete cook this pork steak. I have never cooked a pork steak, but Pete has, and I'm going to let him do the cooking. I'm going to do the camera work this time, and he's going to talk us through the pork steak, and I can't wait. I just cannot wait. It looks good. That's just a pork butt cut up into steaks, Pete. And what's neat on that thing? You can see all the different. Let me call that thing up real quick. You can see all the different. Let me zoom that thing in real quick. We need a director, don't we? There it is. You can see. You can see on the right is the bone. So if you go to the left, all the way to the left, the little part at the end, the tip, that would be your loin area. Then you can see the tubes. And a couple weeks ago we talked about the tubes, and you can see the cross section of the tubes. You can see the cross section of the horn. You can see the cross section of that little roast in there that's not very good, and that's the one right kind of in the. Of course, I'm not out there to do it, but it's kind of in the on the right side of the bone, and that's the part that's hard to get cooked when you're cooking. And we're gonna fry those up. And Pete says those things are they as tasty?
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, when what you want to do when you get them just about done is throw a little bit of that real good barbecue sauce on it that you can get here at Owl's Nest Barbecue.
Yeah, imagine that.
Put a little barbecue sauce on it, and that gives it that flavor when you're getting ready to go. And yeah, they'll melt in your mouth, Steve.
Well, we'll be cooking them here live in just a second on the Green Mountain Grill. Last thing I want to mention today, Collegedale Flea Market and Cruise In. I got to work this morning at 6:30, and this was on my desk. Collegedale Flea Market and Cruise In, hosted by American Legion Post 257, will be at the Collegedale Community Church parking lot on Sunday, April the 24th, from 8 until 3. The Collegedale Community Church parking lot, Sunday, April the 24th, from 8 until 3, and that's at the address is 9304 Four Corners Place off of Swinier Drive. If you're familiar with the Chattanooga-Ooltewah area, that's where it's real close to where the library is, the police department, the playground, right in that area. And we're going to have they've got, here it is. Your space will be 18 by 18. It's $20 in advance. And food vendors can go out there and sell for $30.
Wow,
that's cheap. If you got a food truck, Sunday, April 24th, you'll want to be there. Chef Seth from Food Envy, I'm sure he'll be out there too. Go to collegedalefleamarket.com, collegedalefleamarket.com, and you can find all the information on their website as well. I appreciate them dropping that thing by. All right, Pete, let's go out there. Let's see. We'll leave here real quick. I just want a real quick shot. There's a good shot of the store from the back looking out. You can see the smoker in the background there smoking. We invite you all to come on out to the Owl's Nest Barbecue store today. We'll be here until 4 o'clock. And for all your grilling supplies, we had a great day yesterday here at the store. People coming in, and Pete, it's getting to be that time.
Oh.
It's
although we're still getting a few cool days, the weather's still getting better. We've had some nice warm days, and you're right, Steve. People are ready to get out and start cooking.
Well, this is just an unusual cold spell, and it's not I mean, occasionally we'll get one not this cold. I mean, we're not usually talking about 10 inches of snow up on Mount LeConte. It snowed on top of Lookout Mountain yesterday too, as well. So that's unusual here, but it's going to be pretty. Going to be up to 72 degrees on Sunday, so we'll be back to normal. And we've got the Green Mountain, we've got our spring shipment of Green Mountain grills in. We are loaded for bear in the Green Mountain Grill department, everyone. We've got a container full of them. We sold a little trek yesterday to Mo from up in Cleveland. He and his wife came down and bought one, and we really do appreciate them for doing that. Bought a bag of the gold pellets, the mix, the blend, from Green Mountain Grill, and you might want to. I know Memorial Day is the kind of the kickoff to grilling season, and don't wait until the day before to get your grill, and try to be learning how to use it, while people are in there waiting on their food. Pick it up early. Come on by today, get you one. Or this week, or at least next week, and that way you'll have it in plenty of time for when Memorial Day does roll around. You'll be the expert.
Hey Steve, if you go back and look on your show at Owl's Nest Barbecue, and look where we did a show here a few weeks back, it absolutely shows you what the Green Mountain Grill is all about, everything about it, how simple and easy it is to use, pull apart, clean, do whatever you need to do on. And oh, by the way, I still can't get over. That stainless steel lid on that grill is just beautiful. It just sets that grill off. I love that.
I uploaded that episode and all the episodes. We upload them to our YouTube channel, Owl's Nest Barbecue on YouTube, so you can go by. It's easier to search on YouTube than it is on Facebook, obviously, and you can go check it out. But Pete and I, we disassembled a Green Mountain Grill here a couple Saturdays ago, and we went through it, showed you how easy it is to clean, Showed you the different parts, how easy it is to put together, and it's there on our YouTube channel. So make sure you go out there. All right, let's go. Let's head out there now, Pete. Let's head out to the. I'm going to grab the camera, and Pete. I'm going to let you. I'm going to let you do the cooking this time because I've never cooked. I have never cooked a pork steak. Let me get this out of the way real quick. I've never done a pork steak. Now we got what we'll have to do. We got the grill grates on there, Pete. Hit that thing with some ham real quick. Yeah, Pete's going to put the pan. Now tell us, and we can take all the time we need on this thing, Pete.
Yeah, so pork steaks, one thing about pork steaks for me is learning when cooking regular steaks, pork cooks a little quicker, a little faster than what normal red meat steaks like ribeyes do. So you want to get a little sear on them like you would a normal steak. Get them on there, but again, you don't want to keep flipping them back and forth. You want to get them on there and get that good sear. Let it sit there for a little bit.
So you do a one turn on the pork steaks as well?
One turn. That's all I'll do.
And these things don't turn out tough?
Actually, Steve, as long as you got them on there and you're taking care of them and kind of spray them once or twice, you're good. Every one that I've had comes off very tender, very good. And very flavorful. Of course, we're going to season it a little bit too, right?
Yeah, we're gonna season it right now. There's the different seasonings we're going to use. We've got the I can't believe it's not butter. That's what I like to use for a binder. You can use whatever you want. You can use mustard, whatever, water. We're going to go first with the grilling addiction because everything that I put on a grill here to Shop Pete gets a dose of grilling addiction at some point during the.
It's great.
Exactly right.
Season don't matter what.
And then we're going to put a top coat of Malcolm Reed's the barbecue rub on there from Killer Hogs, and. So let's get it. Let's get it on, Pete. Let's get it on. We're going to go both sides with that binder and the rub and everything. So doing Pete Brand, doing the pork steaks. Like I said, I've seen these things. I have never done one though.
I got to get it here a little bit, Steve. We're running out there.
There you go. Yeah, when you tilt that, it doesn't work that great.
Now we're just going to kind of rub it right there.
I got you a towel here for your hands.
I got you right there. All right, we're going to hit it with some grilling addiction.
Because everything here at the store, we always start with Butcher Barbecue grilling addiction.
And look, don't be shy about putting it on there, Steve. You really want to get that in there. It's going to give you some pretty good flavor there anyway. And as you've told me in the past, you get too much on, it's going to end up down there in the grill grate anyway.
Yeah, it goes. Most of it goes to the bottom of the grill anyway.
All right, we're going to hit it with this on top of it.
Yep, that's the Malcolm Reed's.
Malcolm Reed's.
Killer Hogs, the barbecue rub. One of the best sellers here at the store. We've got the full selection, of course, of Butcher Barbecue and of Killer Hogs products.
Let's flip it over there, Steve.
He's
and
going to flip it over there. Yeah, that butter's doing it. I like that butter as a binder. I know a lot of people use olive oil and stuff, and you can use anything you want. I know David Bosky uses water, but I mean anything that'll help hold it on there. I just like the butter. It's easy to use, easy to carry around. Now that the barbecue rub from from Malcolm Reed, that's gonna lend itself to a really nice flavor, I believe.
Well, it looks good, don't it, Steve?
It sure does look good. And we've got the grill set at 425 degrees. It's at 423 now, but that doesn't matter. We got a smoke tube in there for a little extra smoke, and we've got the grill grates on there. So let's put those things on that grill, Pete. However you want to put them on there.
I'm going to put them kind of like on a side, right here. I like to get just like that right there, Steve. Just like that.
Looks good.
And we're going to close her down.
Pull that door down there.
Now, that's going to getting those on there, Steve. Like that, these things are getting. You just want to sear them a little bit. It's kind of what I look at it is doing sear it as you're starting. I like to get that when you flip that over and it's got the nice little mark on it. Yeah. Just like you would on a steak. I just think it looks good. It gives it that good searing.
Now, I was watching several videos. There's a couple guys that they put a riser rack on their Pete, and they'd put the riser rack on there, and then they'd put the steak on the riser rack. And then they cooked it, and they did it kind of like a pork butt. They did it, took it up to like 165 degrees, and then they wrapped it, and then took it up to 190. That steak.
Wow.
I was watching the video from Heath Ryle's Barbecue on YouTube. If you haven't gone to Heath's YouTube yet, do yourself a favor, go. Heath does a great job on the YouTube, and he doesn't wrap them. But he said you can't really. He said you can't overcook a pork steak. So
probably wrapping it. Yeah. I think you're probably right. You can probably just keep that moisture and stuff in there. But
I know. I think what are we going to we're going to shoot for what, like 145 degrees.
145 degrees, and
I tell you what, hold that camera in, Pete. I forgot to bring out our digital camera. We can kind of talk about this while I go. My digital thermometer, rather. We can kind of talk about this as we're going.
Look at the smoke coming out right there. Green Mountain Grill, Jim
go
Bowie
here to
smoker.
Our supply room and pick up the digital camera.
Looking
here
good.
At the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply Store. We've got all kinds of nooks and crannies that we keep stuff in. And there you go, Pete.
Awesome. Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, I'll take that.
So I'm kind of watching. I looked at my watch a minute ago. I'm just kind of watching to look at a time before we go in there.
Since we're cooking on grill grates, will you go in there and kind of turn them?
That's what.
Turn them, yeah. Put that little grill marks on it.
Yep. I
like that.
I want to open it up and kind of peek up underneath it and see where they are and see, because we've had them on there about 2 minutes now. So
now, will they cook as quick as a steak?
Oh, I think they cook quicker.
Quicker, okay.
All right. So we're going to look at it. We're going to see what we got.
Let me get in here. We'll see. We get a good close up of them.
Let's see. We're getting close. We just need a little bit more there. Look at that.
Oh, they are. Oh, yeah. That's do that again, Pete. I got a good shot there right there.
Right there.
Look at that.
So that one's.
Well, you're right. That does cook quick.
Look right here. I think we are ready to. Let's turn them over there, Steve. I think we're good to turn them over. What do you think?
Well,
leave them a little more. Let's leave them a little bit.
Well, yeah. What I think we ought to do is turn them. Let me see the smoker.
You want to cross stuff?
Yeah, there
I know what
you know. You know how I am.
Yeah, I know what you want to do. You're wanting to turn them.
No, turn the other. No, turn them back.
I mean.
There you go. Yeah, cross hatch. There you go.
There we go. Yeah.
There you go.
Kind of get them crossed. Here you
Perfect.
go.
Do me a favor. Spritz those things with butter, just to appease me, because that's what I always do when I do my steaks. Yeah, I just like to do that. It probably doesn't do anything for it, but it's
it keeps it a little bit moist. There we go. How's that?
Yeah, we got this. Now, a lot of people don't realize we got a smoke tube in there, and it's rolling, and that's putting a little bit. It's putting a little bit of extra smoke on those things for us too. Well, they look good, people.
Those are going to be good.
Yeah, I like to do that crosshatch on there for presentation.
You did that. You showed me that here a while back.
I think that looks pretty good, don't you? I think that looks pretty good. We're here at the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply this morning. We're doing a pork steak demonstration. Pete is kind of our pork steak guy. I've never done them before. I've never even had one, so I'm looking forward to getting one and chewing down on it this morning here at the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply. While we're waiting on those steaks to get done, I want to let everybody know we've got the full line of Green Mountain grills. We've got the Ledge. We've got there it is, the big one right up there, the Peak, and we've got the stand. How much cord have I got there, Pete?
Let me get you some cord. Right,
I got a little cord there. That's probably enough. There's a good look at the Green Mountain Grill Ledge with the.
More, Steve.
And we got any more?
We got a little more.
Okay, here. Let me see. There it is. Yeah.
There you go. Right
there. There it is. That's what Pete was talking about with the stainless steel lid. Here it is in the black lid. Right there. I mean, it looks good. Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad looking grill, but I just think that the stainless steel lid.
Oh, it's stainless just sets it off, Steve.
For $30 more, you get the stainless steel lid, and just imagine having that on your deck on Memorial Day with your friends over, your in-laws over, your mom and dad over, and you're back there being king of the grill, and but plus making some pretty good food. using pellet technology, just like we are using here on the Green Mountain Grill. We've got a big peak out here. This is the demo. There it is. You fill it up. Now we've got apple. Since we were doing pork today, Pete, I wanted to put apple pellets in there. So we've been burning apple all morning, and the smell is just unbelievable. The smell is just fantastic. And we're gonna sauce these things a little bit with Killer Hog's vinegar sauce from Malcolm Reed. That's one of my favorites in the store. I love vinegar sauce. And folks, I'm gonna tell you something. If you're out and about today and you want a good vinegar sauce, come by and pick up a bottle of Malcolm's Killer Hog's vinegar sauce. You will not regret it.
Steve, you ready to take a look at these?
I think they're probably ready. You tell me. You're
Yeah.
the boss here on these steaks.
Yeah.
They're big old steaks.
They are.
They're big steaks.
So let me get up under here.
You know but you know what?
Look at that right there.
Oh, that looks good. That looks good.
I think
Think they're ready to flip?
I think they're ready to flip there, Steve.
All right. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Right there.
You know, this is a big Kansas City thing.
Look at that right there.
Do me a favor, spritz those again.
I'm going to. Got it.
Just to appease me. Like I say, it probably doesn't do anything.
Steve, you and I both know spritzing them things does two things. One, it kind of gives it a little moisture there.
Look at the crosshatch we got on there, though. Those things are beautiful.
And the other thing it does is it appeases them.
Huh? Yeah, it does. Hang on a minute. Let's just for chagrins, stick that in there.
Right,
let's see.
Check
let's see. Yeah, see what temp we're looking at.
Let's get it right here. So 90,
Yeah.
89, 90 right
Yeah,
there.
right there.
About 101 right there.
Yes, so we're right on schedule. I think we want to go to about, what, 145 on these?
Yep.
Now, folks, we know that there's all kinds of ways to cook these things. You can take them and then you can wrap them, and then you can, oh, that's good, Pete. Go ahead and pull that lid down. You can wrap them and cook them kind of like a pork butt, take them up to 190 degrees, what have you. And you know what we ought to try, Pete? Won't you try putting a little bit of sauce on there, like Heath did that on his.
Let's do it.
Just there on the top, he kind of put some sauce on the top of that to give it a little extra flavor.
A little bit of. How about a little bit of moisture?
I love watching all the different guys in their videos, but I'm really a Heath Riles fan when it comes to YouTube, and of course we have all of his products here at the store as well. But Heath does a great job.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that! They're beautiful. They are beautiful. Look at that. These are, folks, if you're just joining us, these are pork steaks. They're cross sections of pork butts. And I've never had one. I've never cooked one. Pete, my neighbor and buddy, he's cooked them before, and I'm letting him kind of take over.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
That's nice right there.
If you're wondering where all that smoke's coming from, we got a smoke tube in there. And we sell those as well too, $24.95. And I'm gonna tell you something, folks. If you ever complain about, well, pellet grills don't get enough smoke, blah blah blah. Number one, they do. But number two, if you want more smoke, that's all you got to do. Spend $25, and you've got more smoke.
And you can use that pellet too. What's great about that? I have a gas grill too. Sometimes that I use for things. I can put that in my gas grill while I'm cooking with gas and still use that pellet.
Exactly
get
right.
That smoke that I would be getting off my pellet grill.
Yep.
So it's very versatile to use a lot of different ways.
I like that. We're coming to you live, of course, from the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply. Let's give you a little quick look around the room. There's our Butcher Barbecue wall over there, all of David's products. We have got a fantastic selection of pellets right now, folks. We just got these in right here, the Cherry Barbecuer's Delight. Now you mix those cherry with pecan, and you talk about the most unique taste, the most unique smell, the most unique color that you'll ever see on food, simply by mixing cherry and pecan pellets. And of course we've got them both here. As you can see, we've got hickory, we've got some peach, we've got apple. That's what we're using right now on these pork steaks. We've got the contest mix, we have got oak, and we have got mesquite as well. And we've got one of my favorites, the Jack Daniel made from the barrels of Jack Daniels, the pellets are, of Old Number 7 Tennessee whiskey, and that is a fantastic smell and a great way to smoke your food using Jack Daniels pellets. And of course, we've got all of the total selection of Green Mountain Grill pellets in the 28-pound bags for only $20, and that's really your best value. We've also got Blues Hog natural lump charcoal, and we've got the briquettes from Blues Hog. We've also got the logs, and we can pan right over here to our Royal Oak section. We've got Royal Oak hardwood lump, and we've also got the Royal Oak all natural briquettes. And when you buy a bag of Royal Oak lump or charcoal, you get absolutely free a box of Royal Oak Tumbleweeds natural fire starter, 16 to a box. That's a $4.95 value. You get that absolutely free here at the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply Center. And there's our Malcolm Reed Killer Hog section, our Heath Ryle section. I call this the Memphis Mafia section. We've got the Mojo, Swan Life Barbecue, Sweet Swan of Mine, Mark Lambert's, all of his products. Of course, we carry the complete line of grill grates here at the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply Store. Folks, we are your go-to place for your grilling headquarters, whether you're smoking food and or if you're a griller with a gas grill, you can still use most of the products that we have, seasonings and sauces and things of that sort that will get you going. And then we've also got our newest addition, the Bearded Butcher selection of rubs and sauces available here at the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply. The Bearded Butchers, the hottest thing in barbecue right now. We've got them right here at the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply here in Ooltewah. Now let's go back out here to the front porch.
Steve, we're going to kind of turn this one more
Pete
time.
Brandt, okay.
To get the other little cross that we were doing on there.
All right, we're doing
then
some.
Here's
oh my goodness, Pete!
Look at that.
Look at that.
Here's what we're going to do. We're just going to let's look underneath there. See there?
Oh, that's
yeah. We
that
want to
is
get that a
beautiful.
little different this way. Let's do it again. And while we got her open right there,
Look
let's
out.
kind of check the temperature again.
Yeah, that looks good.
See
Look
where
how
we
juicy they are.
Look at that, Steve. 122.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
This one here is about 114.
They do cook a little bit quicker than steaks. Of course, those are big, thick steaks.
They are.
It's going to take a while. And you know what? We're not in a hurry either. The worst thing you can do when you're doing food, barbecue or grilling, is getting in a hurry.
Absolutely.
Let's recap real quick what we did, Pete. We took those two pork steaks and we seasoned them with first we
hit it with a little bit of can't believe it's butter, right? To moisten it up, just to bond it, give it a little bit
for a binder.
Then we went on there with some Grilling Addiction.
And we cook nothing here at the store without hitting it with Grilling Addiction.
Grilling Addiction is great, and by the way, pour it to it, right? Yep. It's good. You can't put too much on there. And then we went to the Killer Hogs barbecue, the barbecue rub.
The barbecue rub, as Malcolm calls it. And that's where it's getting that beautiful color since we put that sauce on there, Pete. That accompanied with that is
and then we hit it with vinegar sauce, right?
That's what gave it that nice gleam that you just saw.
And it's got a beautiful glaze to it. Mm-hmm. If you saw that glazed look, which I like that glazed look on top of the marks where we seared it across, and they just show out there.
Before we went on the air, Pete and I were talking about pork belly. We're going to order a pork belly, and we're going to have a little. We're going to cure one at the house, and we're going to have a little bacon demonstration here in a couple of weeks once we get that pork belly cured, and show you how to make some pork belly burnt ends too.
Yeah, I think that's going to be great.
If you think that pork belly burnt ends are good, just when you cut them off the pork belly, wait till you taste them after they've been cured. That's what you want to do is take the time and cure them first.
Right.
And curing pork belly is easy. You can do it at your house.
And that's one of the things I'm interested in, Steve. You were telling me today, that was a great conversation about how you cure them out. So I'm very interested in learning that because it's something I wanted to do a long time. It's not
hard at all. We'll be doing that here in just a couple of weeks. We're cooking them. We're cooking these steaks on the Green Mountain Grill Jim Bowie, the largest of the smokers from Green Mountain Grill. We have all three sizes. It's called the Peak. Now, do you know why they changed the names?
No, I don't.
Because they sell so many of these smokers in Europe. The Europeans love them like the Americans do, but the Europeans didn't know who Jim Bowie, Daniel Boone, and what was the other one? Jim Bowie, Daniel Boone, and whoever the other one is, the other frontiersmen. They didn't know who they were, so they changed it to the Trek, the Edge, the Ledge, and the Peak. And it doesn't matter what they're called, folks. They're just fantastic. They're just fantastic grills. We've got this hopper. Let's see, Pete.
Let me get you. Let me.
Yeah, I'm straining a little bit. There you go.
There you go, Steve.
I can't wait till they have the technology where they make these cameras so you're really for streaming. We've got the hopper full of apple pellets here. Look at it. It gives you all the instructions on how to start your smoker. It keeps it all the time. It tells you how it's working, what it's doing. Nobody else does that except the Green Mountain Grills. Easy to clean. Big old drip pan. It makes cleaning up even easier than before. You got the window there. They got a light inside. It's a
bottle opener.
Yeah.
Hey, get those. Every one of them has a bottle opener.
Got a place to open your beers now. And I guarantee you, nobody else thought of that. Look at that. We're sitting at 425 degrees on the Green Mountain Grill Ledge or Peak Edition. That's the big one. Pete, show them real quick how that shelf folds up and down.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is that. Nobody else does this. This
I
comes with the grill. This isn't extra.
I got to get my hand up under
Yeah.
There we go.
That thing folds down. It folds out of your way. If you say, "Well, I've got limited space," you can fold that. You fold the shelf down, and the cover goes right over.
Right over.
And then you just reach up there, show them how easy it is, Pete. Pull it up.
So again, little bit right up underneath.
There you go, and pop right there.
Right there.
There you got a shelf to rest your stuff on.
A very sturdy shelf too, by the way.
Oh, it is.
This material is very good material. It's not built cheap.
It's got good gauge steel.
I think we're going to check the temperature here, Steve, and see where we are. What do you
Yeah,
think?
because we are freezing out here. This is.
Is it snowing?
We might need to invest in a hood for inside. Pete, those things are beautiful.
All right, Steve, we're there. This is one right up to 170 right there. On that side, let's get over here and get a bit. 165.
Oh, we're good, yeah.
I think we're good right there. 160. Yeah, Steve. Right
Oh, that's good. Hit those things with just a little bit more sauce, Pete. Turn them over and hit the other
That's
side.
what I was going to do.
Let's turn them over and hit the other
Turn them
side.
over and hit the other side.
Yeah. Oh, those look good. Look good. Got Pete's done the cross hatches on both sides. That pork, pork should turn. It should be pink when you start. It should turn white, and these things are doing just perfect. Look at that, the split in there showing that white pork meat.
Down B and put that sauce. You want to get it on there, plenty of
We're
it.
using Killer Hogs vinegar sauce, one of my favorite sauces here at the store. I keep a case at the house. I put that stuff on my cornflakes. I love it. I absolutely love it. That is the best tasting sauce you'll ever have.
What about that right there, huh?
Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. We'll put those on the Steve Ray Grillmaster grill thing, and then we'll take these inside, Pete.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. We'll take these inside and we'll cut them up. Yeah, there you go.
Let's do it like this right
Yeah,
there.
that's fine. Yeah, that looks good.
Right
That looks
there.
good. Yeah, put that lid down. Grab that knife behind you. Grab those tongs. Yeah, that towel. Grab those tongs too, something to hold the meat steel with. And I will let you go in there. We'll put that right there on the table. We'll get the. Hang on, folks. I'm gonna put that camera down just for a second. I know that's very cool, but we're gonna close the door. It's about 35, 36 degrees here in Chattanooga, and we are not liking this temperature one bit. We're gonna get back in here to the cozy confines of the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply Store. And let's see the best way to do this, Pete. I'm gonna go around here. I think we got enough. I think we got enough cable to go around here.
Yeah, there's plenty of cable. I
We
believe,
need a
Steve.
grip. We need a. If we're gonna do this stuff, Pete, we're gonna have to hire us a director and a grip and all kinds of stuff. But this has been a lot of fun. I appreciate your help on this.
This has been enjoyable. I'll tell you.
Look at that.
Look right there.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I love that.
Tell you what we're going to do, Steve. We're going to cut into it, and just.
I tell you what. Hold on just a second.
wanna-
Hold on just a second. I'll put that there. I've got another camera
Okay.
that we can get a good shot right there for the time being. And I've got another camera right here. We can use the Brio. I can go with that. And then we'll, oh, look at that. That's a good shot right there. I can get the Brio. And there it is right there. We'll just get the Brio down. And how about that? Now we're cooking. Yeah, we're looking good now, Pete.
How's that?
Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful.
Let's just cut into this and see what it looks like. What do you think there, Steve?
I'm liking that.
Oh,
Look at
did
that.
you see it just
oh my
fall
gosh.
through there?
Oh my gosh.
Look at that, Steve. Steve, you know what?
That just went. Let me
put this to the side right there.
Since-
Just let you look at.
look.
Look right there.
Look how moist. Perfect color on that. Pete,
Oh.
those things, they're beautiful. I mean, I'm not kidding. Those are good looking steaks. They look better than any ribeye or New York strip or
The real test,
Filet.
Steve, is take that right there and
well, let me see.
see what you think about it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Let's cut just a little more. I want to cut down a little further in there just to show you.
Pete, that is a flavor explosion. I can't believe how tender that is.
I want you to look at the moisture, how tender it is.
I can't believe how tender that is. I would have had I would have thought that would have been tougher than a leather sole on a shoe.
You know what, Steve? Here's the great thing about
That's
this.
unbelievable. Give me another piece of that.
I cook these for my family because, number one, they love it.
Mm-hmm.
Two, it's tender. And three, it's the most reasonable steaks you can buy, really.
Yeah, they were cheap.
They're not expensive at all. And again, it's you made a statement out there. Cooking is something you should take your time, not try to hurry. If you do hurry trying to cook this, you'll end up with some tough steaks. But we took our time, seared it right there, and I think it turned out really nice. Let's cut into this other one just a little bit and see how it kind of turned out there. Well, I got to get it over on this end right here.
Yeah, you're on
Steve.
the bone.
I'm on the bone right there. Look at it, it's just
I
falling
don't care how long
apart.
I don't care how long you cook. You're not gonna make the bone.
No.
Look at that.
Let's look
Look at that.
inside.
Look at
Can
that.
you get inside right there?
Can I get inside?
Here, look
thing.
at that.
That thing.
Huh?
That is unbelievable.
Look at that.
That is unbelievable.
That's amazing right there. Steve, you're going to be cooking some of these at home now?
You bet I am.
I mean, it's just falling apart. I was going to try to cut it, but look, I just want you to look.
You know, if you were to get Chris over there at Publix, get Chris or Dean or Bo over there to,
Oh, Steve.
they're good.
The flavor, the tender. Wow, the sauce that we used down there, the Killer Hog, great. Great.
Don't you love that sauce?
I love that sauce.
Can you taste that just a little bit of heat in the back of it?
I can.
Uh-huh.
But I can also, that grilling addiction that we put in there.
Yep.
You can just taste those great flavors all the way
Hand me
around.
another piece of that. Hand me another piece of that. I may never buy another pork butt in my life.
Steve, that right there is how you cook a good pork steak right there. Huh? Good team effort on that.
I believe that. I believe that. Man, I tell you what, Pete, you did a great job on that. You see, if I had done it, I would have gone through all the trouble. I would have wrapped it and done way too much to it. There's no way you can cook one that tastes any better than that.
I'm with you.
There's just no way.
And I don't doubt that it would be good if you'd have done it your way and wrapped it, but it would have just been so much more time and effort than what you really have to put into it.
That flavor on that using the Butcher Barbecue Grilling Addiction, using Malcolm Reed's Killer Hogs The Barbecue Rub, and then topping it off with Malcolm Reed's Vinegar Barbecue Sauce, which is one of my favorites in the store. But we've also got Memphis Barbecue Sauce, which is a great flavor too if you like it a little bit sweeter. I just happen to like vinegar. If you don't like vinegar, we got the sweet Memphis. We got all kinds of sauces here from Myron Mixon. We've got Swamp Boys. Folks, we got a whole store full of things. We want you to come by and check it out. But if you want to come by in the next half hour or so, there might be some steak left. I'm not going to guarantee it, but there might be. We will cut some pieces up and have them here, folks. It was delicious. Thank you so much, Pete.
No, thank you.
What a great demonstration, and I promise you that's going to be on the menu at the Ray household from now on. We did London broils a couple weeks ago.
We did.
And now we've done the pork steak. A great alternative to if it's just a regular steak. If you get tired of steaks and you want a different taste, try London broil. Try a pork steak. We got these at Publix. I think they've got them all the time, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
That's the first time I've ever bought them.
Yep, they do.
But they've got them all the time. I'm sure they've got them I'm sure they've got them at Walmart. I'm sure they've got them at Food City as well. I'm sure Don's Meats over in Hickson's got them. So anywhere that you shop, because we're not being paid by Publix or anything. That's just on our way to our house where we live. Anywhere you shop probably has pork steaks, and I recommend that you try and get them on the grill this weekend. Like you see, it's quick cook. It's quick cook. We started at 10 o'clock the show at 10:45. We started at 9 o'clock. At 9:45, we're done.
Yeah.
We're done with this.
And if you noticed, when we put them on, Steve, it's just a couple, 2-3 minutes on each before we moved them around and stuff. So it turned out really good.
And you can put the hatch marks on them too. It makes you look like a real cool grill master too. Don't forget, folks, we're teaming up with Dave Hooker from offthehooksports.com. That website coming at the end of May, possibly beginning of June. Dave Hooker, one of the veteran sports reporters here in the tri-state area. Nobody knows Tennessee football like Dave. Look for his show, Off the Hook or Chalk Talk with Chris Landry and Dave Hooker on Tuesdays. You can find it on his Facebook page, Dave Hooker. You also find it on the Owl's Nest Barbecue, Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply page on Facebook, and on the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply, Owl's Nest Barbecue Nation Facebook page. That's where you can find us. The Owl's Nest Barbecue, owlsnestbarbecue.com, our website, Owl's Nest Barbecue on Facebook, Owl's Nest Barbecue Nation on Facebook. That's a good place to go and post pictures and post videos of things you've done. It's free. You just go to a post, tell everybody what you've done, and it gives everybody a chance to look at it and tell you how great you are. And
Awesome.
Also find us on Instagram at Owl's Nest Barbecue. Everybody, thanks for watching and thanks for listening here. And we will see you in just a few short minutes when you come by the Owl's Nest Barbecue store here in Ooltewah. Pete, thank you. Good
Thank you,
stuff,
Steve.
buddy.